yesterday, the day before, particularly yesterday, there were
Yeah.
well, for some time now, there have been reports about the possibility of tunnels um, being dug in various parts of the country into Israel, sometimes into what's called sometimes Israel proper, obviously for the purpose of attacking civilian populations. And one such tunnel was discovered recently, uh, which this tunnel began in an Arab town called Tarkumia, which is in the South Hebron Hills, and it's just approximately 300 meters from a Jewish village called Telem. And just a couple of hours ago, I saw a video clip shot by one of the people who discovered this tunnel entrance, and it's about 5+ meters deep, and he went into the tunnel system that to the extent that it exists already, and filmed it. And yesterday I heard, as I'm sure many others heard as well, on more than one media outlet, that the military claims to have sent experts to investigate, and their conclusion is that it's probably some kind of drainage or irrigation system. And one wonders whether one should laugh or cry,
I
frankly.
have to laugh. They
So
think we're so stupid. That's why.
it's truly beyond belief.
Look, as far as the tunnels are concerned, we know, and the Army admits as much, that they totally underestimated the extent and quality of the tunnel system in Gaza. Point blank. That's it. They were wrong. So take that as a given. Number two, as far as this issue is concerned, the tunnel system in question in the South Hebron Hills, I won't dignify the Army's excuse for an answer with anything other than just, yeah,
There isn't.
I expect as much.
Yeah.
As far as the other tunnels in the Shomron in particular, first of all, I mean, facts are difficult things. When the Army went into Jenin within the past year, they found tunnels under mosques, under houses. They found tunnels everywhere. So they exist. Then all of a sudden, people along the so-called Green Line, opposite Tulkarm and opposite Kalkilia, were saying they heard digging all the time.
This
And
this
their
is
houses,
this has been going on for something like a year, apparently,
at least,
and
at least.
it's been covered up till very recently.
Correct.
Only recently are they now speaking about residents of towns near the border, such as Kochav Yair, claiming that they have felt their house moving and their bed swimming, as they describe it, and they've been hearing these sounds for a long time, and they've been disregarded.
It's worse than that. The military comes in, they do an investigation, and then they say, we didn't find anything. Well, show us the results. Oh, no, we can't do that. Okay, fine. We understand. If you don't admit it, it doesn't exist. And then when it happens, like October 7th, you're dumbfounded and you say, we can't believe it happened. Okay, we know that they're tunnels. And the Army and the political establishment is covering it up. To get into an explanation as to why they're doing this, we have to get into the psychology of these people. And I'm not skilled in abnormal psychology. So all I can tell you is it's unprofessional and it's borderline insane for what they're doing.
Not to mention criminal negligence.
Criminal negligence. Lastly, as far as Lebanon is concerned, there's an organization called the Alma Center that's up north in the Galil, and they're comprised of former intelligence officers and staff members, And their principal interest is in the security of the Galil and the Golan, which means they're quite skilled at knowing all things about Lebanon and Syria. And they have been yelling and screaming for as long as I can remember about the Hezbollah tunnel system in southern Lebanon. Now it's come out. Their reports are now being circulated. They have credibility now. Back a couple of years.
I must interrupt you just to mention what I heard myself yesterday on a very reliable media outlet known as Galei Israel, and they interviewed the mayor of the town of Shlomi, which is on right next to the northern border, right next to Lebanon. And he stated in no uncertain terms the following. He said, I met with the head of the Northern Command in the army, and I asked him that I've heard from various sources, because he wasn't told this through official channels, that there are tunnels leading into my town, into Shlomi, right into our town from across the border, from Lebanon. Is that true? He said the chief of the Northern Command, whose name I don't recall, said, I can neither confirm nor deny what you're saying to me. Now, we all know what that means.